Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, Queen Simone. Okay, y'all. This is not a too easy story to tell, but I'm gonna still tell it anyway. But okay. So, once upon a time, oh wow, I'm not gonna say how long ago, but I'm just gonna say once upon a time, I used to stay in a house, a two-story house, townhouse. And I was in a relationship with this guy. Mm, yeah, I was in a relationship with this guy for quite some time. And he used to put his hands on me. He used to put his hands on me in front of his mom to the point where she just standing there yelling like that's gonna do something to stop him from putting his hands on me. So it's just like I fought back, but it was like I was helpless at some point. Like at points of times, it felt like I was helpless. So I ended up getting a house. Well, I used to stay with him and his mom at one point. Then that's when I had a house in I had a house, a townhouse, two-story townhouse. And it was supposed to be for me and my son. And I ended up catching him cheating on separate occasions. And it was an eye opening for me. And it hurt me to the point where it really hurt me really deeply inside. Like my soul was snatched right out of my body. Or like somebody just stabbed a knife in my heart and kept stabbing it multiple times over and over again. So eventually I ended up, now yeah, I did have my little moments where I went back, but I didn't go back, but I didn't make it like publicly known. So it was like I was just, getting some But then I cut that off. I was like, yeah, I'm done with that. Women just, I don't know what I was thinking, but you know, we all have those moments. So I ended up not having the child because the cord was wrapped around his neck. I didn't want to do an autopsy, but something inside was like, just get one. But I was like, I didn't want to get one. But then again, I should have got one. But shoulda, coulda, woulda, said and done. So, um, but yeah, I ended up crying when I was in the hospital with him and his mom. It was very awkward because the fact that his mom, but actually both of them, assumed that the child wasn't his. I said, "What?" And coming from his mom, it just I felt so offended. But I had to keep my composure because I was pregnant. So I'm like, okay. So I let them keep thinking that I cheated on him with another guy. Okay. I don't see how somebody can cheat and you're always around somebody 24/7, but okay. Okay. But I guess people do find their ways, so hey. But eventually they ended up finding out their results at the end. They seen that the child was his, which still made me feel some type of way. Cause like I'm telling you, this is your son. And you are clearly saying this ain't your son. It was so many thoughts that was going through the back of my mind of both of them. I wanted to strangle them. I wanted to punch him in the throat. It was, I don't know, it was a lot of thoughts that was going through my mind of when they said it multiple times throughout my pregnancy. And I'm like, this is one hell of a pregnancy. Mm, mm. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I'm glad God has my son. I'm saying that in a very, very great spiritual way. Because I only say that because going back to the hospital incident, it was like the look on their faces was like, mm. But how can I say it? It was like, dang, she was right this whole time. Nah, she's okay. But after that, it was like I was just so hurt. I blamed myself. I got into a very depressed mode. I tried to talk to people. Well, no, I tried to. I tried to talk to my counseling lady at the time. I think she was my nurse or a counseling lady. Either or, I talked to them. And she was telling me, okay, so she was telling me not to blame myself. That you will get people that won't understand where I'm coming from when certain people be like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. I couldn't take it offensive because sometimes the way you say things mean a lot. How you come off means a lot. How okay. How you what am I trying to say? I'll get back to it, y'all. But is there is it's there, but it's not there. I'll come back to it. So could continue the story. So from the hospital, we all left. They they tried to give him a dress. The hospital tried to give my boy, my baby boy, a dress. I said, I ain't putting that on him. I had bought some clothes for him. I came prepared. I had came prepared. But we left the hospital either way. But we left the hospital. They gave us a few things to take of him and stuff. Um, After that, it was like I stayed with him and his mom, but I had my own house, but yet I didn't even go to my own house. I haven't even been stepped foot in the house that I bought for that was supposed to be for me and my son, and I have not stepped foot in that house until after a few weeks later I left the hospital. So I got a whole house, but I didn't want to go to it. I don't know, maybe because I didn't want to be by myself, or I thought that I was coming home to put, my son in the cradle and sleep in the bed with me and stuff, you know. But I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second. Um, but yeah, I ended up going home eventually. It felt kind of awkward at first. It felt very awkward. And then it was times where my ex, I figured it out. I had figured it out. My ex was sneaking into my house and bringing other people in there. So, in the back of my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? Who is coming in the house? So, I set up cameras. Put on my tablet a secret camera where it'll record or send off a notification to my phone. Uh, I done put down, what's that stuff called that you use for the carpet? The carpet cleaning stuff. I put that on the kitchen, all throughout my kitchen back door. So from the kitchen, you gotta take some leaps if you was trying to get through. So I put it all in the kitchen and all in the front door. Well, no, I had the camera at the front door, so I didn't do it at the front door. I just did it at the back. Okay. um, After that, it was just like I was hurt, y'all. I cried many nights, very many nights. I had lost myself. I didn't know who I was, what I wanted to do. Like, I was in a deep state. I was in a very dark place and I didn't know. I couldn't find myself, y'all, until I actually like started reading the Bible and got closer to God. So it was like I also had to talk to my counseling lady. No, that was before I left. She just told me a lot of information that would help me, but I never did do it. So I ended up seeking help to God, and I started going on a spiritual journey with God. God opened my eyes up to a lot of things. A lot of things. I'm sorry, y'all. It's cold. um, but yes, he opened my eyes up to a lot of things that I could ever imagine. I'm pretty sure he's gonna open my eyes up. The devil is trying to do his best to. The devil is trying to do his best to not let me do this video. Okay. But anywho, I cried many nights, y'all. I cried. I cried. Like, I ended up starting to read my Bible, post sticky notes on my wall, put it in my mind, read it every day. I put sticky notes on my mirrors, all in my room, of spiritual notes and stuff. And also I made prayer notes and stuff to keep me motivated. Notes to keep me motivated. And I read it every day. Every day. And then eventually I ended up losing the house, losing my car, losing my job, and I was homeless. I really couldn't go to my mom's because she had some issues. Her family, they all had their own issues going on. So it was like, thug it out. We got this. So we did. We done slept on the cold ground before. And what's that? A tobacco store parking lot. Then we slept on. I'm saying we like. I slept on the bench. I slept on the bench at Food Lion, and certain people, they actually look out for you. Restaurants, they do. Certain restaurants, if you go to like certain Mexican restaurants and ask for a homeless meal, they'll give you a homeless meal, but don't just go in there and, use it up for the people that's actually homeless that actually need it. So it's like, if you're going to use something, use it to your advantage of actually needing it, not when you don't need it, or when you think you need it, or when you think you just broke and you hungry and you waiting for your paycheck. Nah, you got money. It's homeless people out here that actually need it. Like, I actually needed that meal. Like, I was grateful to even get a Mexican plate, fresh and hot. And he asked me what I wanted. Oh, I can choose? Okay. But I was grateful of every little thing that I was able to do. I tried to. Now I know there are some hotels that'll let you stay there and work there, but not all hotels do it. So some of them you gotta call, some of them, they will. Um, One thing that helped me out too was having food stamps. If you don't know how to get it, you can still get food stamps. You just have to use. So what I did is I got food stamps, but I used their address because I told them I was homeless. So they'll let you use their address to get some food. They won't let you just go out here and not have no food. So I got the food stamps, got me some little cold sandwiches and Food Lion here and there. Um, Another time was when there was people giving me money and I would save every dollar. People would hand me $20. I'm like, dang, y'all hand out $20 to a homeless person? I mean, yeah, I'm a female, but I mean, I guess the certain people judge you of how you look on the outside. Some people don't judge you of how you look on the inside. So it's like some people saw the goodness that was in me, even though, yeah, people got their flaws. Some people might smoke, some people might do they other drugs and stuff. I I didn't do none of that. Well, I smoked, but I didn't do that other stuff. Other stuff. I don't do that. But it was uh it was something different. Uh and also learning what other homeless people are out there actually doing and why they are out there. Hmm. Some of them are just out there just to be out there. I don't know why they choose to, but I guess some of them just like to be homeless. So some of them say they like the free meals, and it's not always about the free meals. It's cold nights, it's rainy nights. It done been nights where I had to sleep under my umbrella, and then it done been nights where I done snuck into. Okay, so I don't know if y'all know, but Y'all know those little sheds that y'all put like in the back of y'all yards and you put extra stuff in, items, big items, whatever, like a shed house in the back, one of those. So I ended up sleeping in actually a mini shed. I went to a parking lot that was selling sheds. So the parking lot, I guess the way they parking lot set up and stuff. So, nah, but I slept in this, it was a purple shed. It was purple or was it pink? I don't know. It was either both. But it was a cute little purple and pink shed. It's going to be purple and pink today. So I slept in that shed, and on the inside, it was actually pretty big for a small shed. Now that I remember, because I can stand up in that thing. Oh, and I'm about 5 something. Okay. Anywho, oh, it's late, y'all. Okay. Um, but I could stand up in there, and it was it was scary, but it was not scary, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Because it's like you're you're on a property, a business property that sells sheds, and I'm sleeping in one of them. So I would have to get up real early, about 5 o'clock in the morning, and leave. I had to travel light just so I can sleep there. So if it like rain, that's where I would go. Cause sometimes sleeping on that bench, that rain will come to you. So it's like, I'm not trying to get too uncomfortable. I mean, I was already uncomfortable, but it was just, I'm not trying to get wet. So I go to the shed, I sleep there, but I leave at 5. I get up about 5, 6 in the morning. The latest I could leave was around 7. Oh my goodness. And trying to sneak out of there, having to use the bathroom, you gotta get you a pee cup. See, if you ain't used to peeing in no cup, you better learn. It'll come in handy one day for the females. Okay? It'll come in handy. Learn how to pee in a cup. Okay? So, uh, man. So eventually, going through that, Jesus Christ. Then I get these. I'm on some website. What's that? Tag or something like that. I want to say it's Tag. I don't know. I don't remember the website, but it was some website, and some girl was on there. She tried to get me to do some things, y'all, that I was not willing to do at all. And I'm like, I'm all right. You can keep that way over there. You good. I'm good. We all done had our days. I ain't going back to them days. You good. Okay, but so on to the next. Um, I ended up Uh, I ended up saving all of my money. I even took some things back into the store to like get money for. I paid my phone bill, which was only $25 at the moment. I had Boost Mobile. If you can find a way to lower your bill, your phone bill, then lower it. Hey, if that means you gotta minimize your data, that means you gotta be less off your phone and more focused on what you trying to do or where you trying to go. So, or connect to Wi-Fi. That'll be another good option. Food Line got free Wi-Fi, but you know you gotta be careful of certain Wi-Fi's. If you're able to get to a McDonald's, go to McDonald's. They got free Wi-Fi. So a lot of places starting to offer free Wi-Fi. Oh, the gym, Planet Fitness offer free Wi-Fi. It was one day I had a gym membership, I had a Planet Fitness gym membership. And one thing that I learned that I could do is pause my account for about 3 months or more where I don't got to make payments. And that actually kind of helped me out a lot. I was able to still take my showers. Um, I think they still let you work out. I didn't work out, but I did take showers. I mean, I did work out maybe like a little bit and stuff. um, I think, yeah, a little bit and stuff. I worked out a little bit and stuff. A little bit. Nah, I did work out a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Back then, and stuff. But now it's like it's a different story. But next was okay, I turned all that stuff in, got some money for it, paid my phone bill. Um now how I count my money was I go to the bathroom and go in the stall, count my money, see what I got, see how much more I have. I was saving up for $1,000 to get a car. Cause that was, I think, what the bare minimum for certain places. But now the bare minimum is like 15, 13 and up. Like, damn. I went car searching one day and I walked everywhere. I rode the bus if it was too far. Yes, I did get on the bus. It was a time somebody called the police on me because they thought I passed out in the grass. I was just in the grass chilling, laid back. But I caught the bus. I tried applying for jobs. Um, there was some people that gave me some clothes. Cause I used to have this one outfit I wore every day. I ain't had no clothes. I ain't had no money to get clothes at that time. I ain't have money to do. Did I have money? No, I ain't had no money. Yep. I ain't had no money to get no clothes. None of that. But I did have enough to get a blanket though. Keep me warm at night. That's all I cared about. I wanted a blanket to make sure I was warm. I didn't care about the clothes. I knew the clothes was gonna come. I knew eventually something was gonna come. This lady ended up giving me a jacket because I didn't have no jacket. So she ended up giving me her jacket. I was like, oh, thank you. It was a nice jacket too. I was thankful for it. Um, let's see. Uh, what else? Uh, oh yeah. So after I count my money, I found out what I do. I call. Nope, nope, that wasn't it. So, oh, so I tried applying for these jobs. I tried to apply for a Family Dollar. They wouldn't hire me. And then I tried to apply for Arby's. They wouldn't. But the fact that they had a hiring sign and needed help, they still didn't hire me. But I said, okay, okay. But that's how you get treated as a homeless person. And I tried applying for this hotel. They said they would hire me, but I couldn't have all my stuff with me, which I had my bags, basically my bed, a buggy of stuff that I was toting around, pushing it in the cart. Um, so eventually I ended up going to Taco Bell, and they actually hired me. But in the mix of that process, I ended up getting a car. I called my mom to come and get me, and I told her to take me to come in to go get this car. Cause I was looking online and I saw a old school Buick, and I had to make payments bi-weekly. Yeah, I know it don't sound too good, but that was my best option at that moment because I did not have no job. I didn't have no check stubs. I ain't have time for no 3 weeks in the hole. I Now I realized I was homeless, so that was my best option. So I did a bi-weekly. Now I was not in that car for long. That was not too long, but long enough to use it and get out. So I ended up getting a car. I ended up doing Lyft, Uber, DoorDash. I did every app that you could possibly think of to drive in that car. But the crazy thing was I invested more money into that car than in my pockets. So I'm like, well, dang, I'm putting more money trying to keep the car running than keeping money in my pocket. And then the payments was due every week. So I got tired of doing bi-weekly. So I just went on ahead and just did 2 payments at a time, which wasn't much, which still kind of added up to one car payment when you really look at it. if you did 2 car payments at one time. Now that car payment was a little cheaper because it was from a buy here, pay here type place. After that, I told them to come and get the car. I didn't want the car. I got tired of putting more money into the car, and then it was something wrong with the car that I was not finna invest my money back into. It got to the point where I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done with you. I called the people, hey, can you come pick this car up? Yeah, it's at this address and such. Okay, yeah, the key's gonna be over there. Uh-huh. Yep. All right. They came and got the car. Bye. Shit. I mean, shoot. Yeah, it's a working habit. It's a working habit. I'm trying not to cuss y'all. It's a working habit. Um, but after that, I ended up getting a job at Amazon. That was one of my best jobs I ever had, y'all. I love working at Amazon. I love Amazon. I missed Amazon, y'all. But I'm on this journey, so I'm on this journey. But I know God got something better for me. Mhm. Mhm. I know He got something better for me, y'all. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Yes, He does. Yes. Yes, Jesus. Okay. Okay, y'all. It is late. I hope y'all enjoyed that story. I love y'all. Mwah. Mwah. Okay. Get some rest. Some shut eye. See y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Later.